What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Bakali, and today's video is going to be about why the C63S is not a good daily driver. I know that's kind of contrary to what I've been saying in the other videos, how, I daily drive it in the winter. It's fine. It does better than SUVs with studded tires. Uli, why are you going against what you just said? Well, I said the C63S is capable. Doesn't mean that it's a good idea. And I learned this the hard way over the ownership. I just had the car serviced, and you guys know the radar sensors went bad. I finally have an explanation as to why this happened and the total cost of the fix for this car, which is the reason why I made this video saying this is not a good daily driver. So I have the most recent service bill in my hand right now. We're gonna go over the total cost of the fix for the radar sensors and explain why they went bad. So this is a service sheet, which basically tells you what the issues were, what the customer stated, and the total cost and labor for the fix. So if we go down here, you can see where they said I stated that the blind spot lane assist wasn't working, which it wasn't. They finally found the issue, which was the wire harness for the driving assist system, the radar sensor, and the blind rivet. Total parts was $1268, labor $545, and then for the whole line was $1,800. Then if you go down to the total with taxes was around $1,900, which is a lot of money to be spending on a fix, which could have been avoided technically, which is what I'm going to go over now. When I took the car in for the service, I kind of asked out of curiosity why the radar sensors and why the wire harness went bad. Is this normal? Does this happen on Mercedes usually with high miles, or was there something else that kind of contributed to the issue? They told me that the radar sensors actually had a lot of water in it, so a lot of moisture got inside the radar sensor, which made the sensor go bad. They said it's probably because I drove it in the winter. I had all that ice, all that slush that I was driving through, and you know me, I didn't really wash my car that much. So all that slush and ice just sat on the sensors for weeks, to a month, and eventually probably just broke the sensor down. Water got into it and made it go bad. This is the reasoning to why the C63S is not an ideal or good daily driver, especially in winter conditions, because of this reason. Now, if you have the car under warranty, it's a different story, because if you drive it in the winter, radar sensors go bad, warranty covers the issue, so then you're good. But if you're outside of warranty, if you have high mileage like me and you don't have a warranty, which I did buy an extended warranty, so the cost was covered under the extended warranty. I did have to pay a deductible, a total of $450, so I did have to pay a little bit more, but at least I didn't have to pay $2,000. In the end, I saved about $1,600 versus the $2,500 for what I paid for the extended warranty. So plus the $450 deductible. In the end, it's getting close that the extended warranty paid for itself. Now, if you are outside of your warranty and you do not have an extended warranty, I highly suggest not dailying this car, because you're going to have issues like this that pop up that are going to cost thousands of dollars, and it just doesn't make any sense. So if you are out of warranty, I'd probably just keep this as like a weekend car or summer car, or make sure you got the guap to pay for services like this that might just happen randomly, because these German cars are notorious for breaking after the warranty ends, which is why I bought the extended warranty. So just be on the lookout when you have a car like this as a daily driver and you are outside of warranty. Now, other costs that are associated with daily driving a C63S, which I have gone over before, which you can watch up here. Basically, the total cost of this car is a lot, especially if you're out of warranty, like I just said. Some of the items that do cost a lot to daily drive this car, like I said before, the tires especially, brake pads, brake rotors don't need to be changed as much, and if you have the carbon ceramics, you don't really have to change it at all. You just have to change the pads. Pads, you don't really have to change that often, but they're about $450 for a total for a set. The tires are my main concern because of how the tires sit. The toe-in wears out the tires a lot in the inside of the tires. So maybe on the outside they look fine, but on the inside they're kind of chawed up, and they might be down to the wire. So if you are daily driving this car does eat tires up, especially if you do burnouts, which don't do burnouts, only sometimes. But if you are daily driving this car, you're gonna have to change the tires out a lot. And as I said in the previous video, these tires are not cheap, about $1,500 to $1,600 for a full set. So you wanna make sure you keep that in your mind if you want to daily drive a C63s. So another thing that makes this car a bad daily driver, which I've covered in many other videos, essentially the rock damage for this car. You can see windshield is cracked here, windshield's cracked here, wrap is messed up there, wrap messed up out front, and I've covered this in the wrap video, but essentially this car just gets a lot of damage because of how low it is. So the other thing that makes this car not a really good daily driver is that this car is a huge cop magnet and attention grabber. I mean, this car looks like a beast, so obviously cops and other people are going to be looking at it. Some things you have to worry about: one, cops don't want to pull you over more often because you're driving this car. Two, people might want to ruin your car because there are people out there that just hate people that have nicer things than them, or they're just evil people. They might key your car, they might do some damage to your car just because of out of spite that they just don't like your car because it's so nice. I haven't had that issue before. Don't want to jinx it, but it could happen. The cop thing, I do get pulled over quite a lot by cops, and I think it's just because, one, tinted windows, and two, because it's a car like this and it looks fast, so cops want to pull it over and give you a ticket. Other than those really expensive costs associated with daily driving this car, like the random ones where you have to replace the radar sensors, or the ones that the wear and tear items, you have to replace the tires, brake pads, things like that, it is a very, very fun car to drive, especially daily driving it. But as the title of this video suggests, this car is not an ideal daily driver and is not really a good daily driver at all. I know this was a short video. I didn't really want to go ramble on about things I've already talked about, but I just wanted to say why my radar sensor went bad. It's associated with daily driving this car, and why this car might not be a good daily driver. Maybe if you live in California or Florida, it's fine, but again, I personally think that this car is not an ideal daily driver, and I've been daily driving it for 52,000 miles. So if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to watch more videos on the C63s, reviews on other cars, and more videos coming soon that I'll be announcing. And a big thank you to Aventino Watches for sponsoring this video. If you haven't already, click the link in the description, get a watch from them, use the code YourBoyBacali15 for 15% off your first order. But thank you again for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the next video.